Stock markets in major economies, including here in South Korea, continue their rally amid much anticipation of a rate cut by the U.S. Federal Reserve this week. Our correspondent Park Jun-han has more.
On Monday and Tuesday, stock markets in South Korea, the U.S., and Japan broke their all-time record highs just days before the U.S. Federal Reserve's interest rate decision. South Korea's benchmark KOSPI climbed to 3,450 points during Tuesday's session, marking its 11th consecutive day of gains and setting a new all-time high for the 5th trading day in a row. In the U.S. on Monday, both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq set new intraday and closing record highs. The S&P 500 index rose around 0.5% to break 6,615 points at the end of the session. On the same day, the Nasdaq 100 Composite Index surged around 1% to just below 22,350 points at the market's close. Strong performances in the technology and communication services sectors backed the market's rally. In Japan, the Nikkei 225 index broke the 45,000 barrier for the first time on Tuesday, reaching 45,055 points shortly after the market opened. The stock hike was attributed to positive outcomes from U.S. market gains ahead of the anticipated Fed rate cut and progress in U.S.-China trade negotiations. According to the CME Fed Watch tool, which tracks federal funds futures to assess market expectations for Federal Reserve policy shifts, there is a 95% chance of a 25 basis points rate cut at the upcoming FOMC meeting. The tool also indicated a 5% probability of a larger 50 basis points cut. Although a rate cut is widely anticipated, an economics professor noted that stock prices are already high even if the Fed decides to cut the rates.
With expectations of more liquidity and an economic rebound, markets are pricing in a rate cut. Stocks rose, but having already climbed, they could drop after the announcement.
As global markets continue to rally, the Reserve's next move and its narrative could either solidify these gains or bring new uncertainties to the markets. Park Jun-han, Arirang News.